Yes. Hello students, today we are going to start with the next topic related to this first chapter of system modeling. So that is the formulation of impedance and admittance matrices for the electrical networks. Okay, so this topic we are going to cover in this lecture. And we are going to start with this topic, that is the formulation of admittance matrices, like Y-bus matrices. Okay. So for the formulation of the bus admittance matrix, so it is also called as the Y bus matrix because the symbol for the admittance is Y, that is a capital Y. Okay, so this one is also called as Y bus matrix. So for the formulation of bus admittance matrix, in a power system, power is injected into a bus from generators. Okay, that we all know that power is injected to any bus. Like in this figure, there are 4 buses. Okay, this is the bus number 1. This red color lines. This is the bus number 1, bus number 2, bus number 3, and bus number 4. And these blue circles represents the generators. Okay, and the power is injected into the bus by the generator, while the loads are tapped from it. And while this SD, this arrow, no, this one, here this one represents your demand, your loads that are connected to any particular bus. So there may be some buses with only generators, and there may be other only with the loads. Okay, like as in the next chapter we have to study different types of buses. So in some buses only generators are connected, no loads are there. Whereas in other buses only loads are connected, no generators are there. But here in this figure we are taking an example of 4 bus system, which and in on each bus there is generator and there is load also. Okay, some buses have generators and loads both. So here in this figure, let SGI, this one, SGI denote the 3-phase complex generator power. Okay, as you know, S is the symbol for the apparent power. Okay, P is the symbol for real power, Q is the symbol for the reactive power. Okay, SG denotes the 3-phase complex generator power, that power that is inserted into the bus. Okay, here I denotes the bus number. So if it is inserted into the bus 1, then it is SG1, SG2, SG3, and SG4. Okay, and similarly SDI denotes the 3-phase complex power demand at the ith bus. Okay, ith bus maybe it's bus number 1, bus number 2, 3, or 4. Okay, or maybe there are more number of buses in the system. Okay, so here SD1 denotes the demand taken from the bus number 1. That is here SD2 demand taken from the bus number 2. Okay, and we know that the apparent power is the sum of real power and the reactive power, and it can be written like this in the complex form. So SGI is equal to PGI plus JQGI in the complex form. Okay, P is the real power, Q is the reactive power, G represents your generator, I represents your bus number. Okay. Similarly, SDI is equals to PDI plus JQDI. Here it is DI. Okay. Now the net complex power injected into the bus is given as, so what is the net power? That is SI. It is equals to PI plus J of QI, and it is further equal to PGI minus PDI. That means the power that is injected into the bus minus the power that is taken out from the bus. That is the demand power, and the injected power is the generator power. Okay. And plus J of QGI minus QDI. Okay. Generator power is always injected into the bus, and the demand power is also always taken out from that particular bus. Okay, so this SI represents your net power, and the real and reactive power injected into the ith bus are then PI is equals to PGI minus PDI, This is the net real power and this is the net reactive power. So Qi is equals to Qgi minus Qdi. Okay, where I is the 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. N, that means the any number of buses. But here in this example, we are taking the 4-bus system. As you have seen from this figure that the buses are interconnected with each other. Okay, like this bus 1 and bus 2 are interconnected by this admittance load. Okay, similarly bus 2 and 4 is also interconnected. Bus 3 and 4 is also interconnected. 1 and 3 is also interconnected. 3 and 2 is also interconnected, but there is no connection shown between bus number 1 and bus number 4. Okay, it is clear from this figure that there is no connection between bus number 1 and bus number 4. Okay, all the sources of the bus system connected to the common reference at ground potential and the shunt admittances at the buses have been lumped. Okay, besides the ground node, it has 4 other nodes or buses at which the current from the source is injected into the network. The line admittance between nodes I and K is represented by YIK. Okay, here I and K are the number of buses. Like when I said that this is the admittance between the bus number 1 and bus number 2. So how I represent this admittance can be represented like Y1, 2. Okay, I is one bus and K is the other bus. Okay, so YIK or YKI, it is used when the admittance is connected between the 2 buses. Okay, similarly, this admittance, it is represented like Y24 and Y42. Okay, it's the same, YIK or YKI. Further, the mutual admittances between the line is assumed to be 0. Okay, now as per the Kirchhoff's current law, so now let's start with the same concept on the board. Okay, now let's understand the same concept practically by doing it on the board. So on the board, this one is the same example of the Y-bus system. And here there are 4 buses. This is the bus number 1, bus number 2, bus number 3, and bus number 4. I have drawn the same figure that we have already seen in the PPT. And here you can also see that 1 and 3 are connected, 1 and 2 are connected, 2 and 4 are connected. Then 3 and 4 are connected. Okay. Then 3 and 2 are also connected, but there is no connection between the bus number 1 and bus number 4. And here SG1 represents here the generator power input to the bus, and SD1 represents the power taken out from that any bus. Okay, D means the demand and here G means the generated power. Okay, and this type of figure is called as the one-line diagram of the 4-bus system. Now we have to draw the similar diagram by using the admittances or by representing the admittances in the figure. Okay, let's start with the same diagram. Okay, for that, firstly, these 4 buses, these are simply represented by using the dots like this. Okay, this represents bus number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and firstly, we connect the admittances in between the buses. Okay, like bus number 1 and 2 are connected by a transmission line, and that transmission line is represented by using some admittance value. Okay, and this admittance is represented as Y12. Okay, because this one is our bus number 1 and this one is our bus number 2. Similarly, just mention it here 1, 2, 3, and sorry, this one is 3 and here it is 4. Now simply connect one admittance here and this one is Y24, one here This one is Y34 and this one is Y13. Okay, so these are the admittances. There is one more connection transmission line between the bus 2 and 3. So it is like this is Y23. Okay, so these are the admittances in between the buses. But apart from these admittances, there are some self admittances of the buses are also there. Okay, some self admittances are also there, like for bus number 1, this is the self admittance of bus number 1 and it is represented as Y11. Okay, it is represented as Y11. And similarly, the self admittance for bus number 3 is Y33. And for this, it is Y44. And here it is Y22. And all these admittances are grounded because these admittances are the self admittances and they are connected with each bus and between the ground. Okay, so that's why these are called as Y11, Y22, Y33 and Y44. These are called as the self admittances. Okay, Y11, Y22, Y44. These are called as self admittances. Okay, and this one Y12, Y13, Y23, Y24, okay, and Y34. These admittances are called as mutual admittances. Okay, these are called as mutual admittances because it is mutually connected between the two buses. Okay, and these are called as the self admittances because it is connected only in one particular bus and between the ground. Okay, so this is how the single line diagram is converted into the admittance diagram. Okay, and apart from these, we have also to connect one voltage source across the each bus because while we converting any single line diagram into the reactance diagram, we know that the generator is converted into the one voltage source in series with the reactance. Okay, so along with this admittance, here it is admittance. So one voltage source is also need to connect it across along with any bus. Okay, and here we are representing this as the S1 and for this bus number 3 as S3 and for here it is S4 and along this one is S2. Okay, and as in this figure, there are admittances. So that's why admittance is connected in parallel with the voltage source. If there are impedances, then it is connected in series with the voltage source, as we have already seen in the previous lectures. That generator is converted into the voltage source in series with the reactance. But here we have taken the admittances, so that's why the admittance is connected in parallel with the voltage source. Okay, so this is the complete figure for the any 4 bus system. Okay, now after drawing this figure, we have to apply or we have to write down its equations. Okay, that is the same equations, Kirchhoff's equations are there. So we have to now apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law on these nodes, node number 1, node number 2, node number 3 and node number 4. So at node 1, okay, at node 1, so the current I1, so we have to write down the equation like this. Current I1 is equals to V1. Let us suppose this voltage source is V1. Here it is V2. Here it is V4. This one is V3. And here the voltage source is V2. Okay. And now apply the Kirchhoff's law. So I1 is equals to firstly V1 into Y11. Okay. Plus what is connected on the node number 1? One admittance is this, one is this, one is this. Okay, 3 admittances are connected to the node 1. Okay, so it can be written as V1, Y11 plus V1 minus V2, Y12. Okay, plus V1 minus V3 for this, Y13. Okay, as from seen from this figure, to the node 1, 3 admittances are connected, Y11, Y12 and Y13. Okay, there is no connection of node number 1 with the node number 4. So we don't have to write next step. Okay, so there are 3 admittances, Y11, Y12 and Y13. Okay. Now, at node 2, current I2. Now on the node 2, how many admittances are there? There are total 4 admittances. One is this self admittance. Another one is this one between 1 and 2. Other 2 and 3 and 2 and 4. So accordingly, we have to write down the equation. So I2 comes out to be V2. Now the voltage source that is connected with the node number 2 is V2. Okay, V2 is into Y22 plus V2 minus V1 into Y12. Okay, plus V2 minus V3 into Y23 plus V2 minus V4 into Y24. Okay, because the node number 2 is connected with all the buses, with 1, with 3 and with 4 also. Okay, so accordingly the equation can be written like this. Now similarly at node 3, now see at node 3, the number of admittances that are connected are this one, 1, 2, 3 and self admittance. Okay, so accordingly in the similar way, the equation can be written as I3 is equals to V3 Y33 plus V3 minus V1 into Y31. Y31 or Y13, they are same. They are equal because the admittance, the same admittance is connected between the two nodes. Okay, plus V3 minus V2 Y23 or 32, anything you can write, plus V3 minus V4 into Y34. So in this way, the equation for node 3. And finally, at node 4, I4 is equal to, so on the node 4, the number of admittances that are connected are 1, 2 and 3. Okay, there is no connection between 1 and 4. Okay. So accordingly, it can be written as V4Y44 plus V4 minus V2Y24 plus V4 minus V3Y43 or Y34. You can write accordingly. Okay, so these are the equation as per the Kirchhoff's law for each node. Okay, and in the next step, we have to write these equations in the matrix form. Okay, so in the next step, we have to write the same equations in the matrix form. So it can be written so in the matrix formation, in matrix form, so these can be written like, yes, on the left hand side of these all the equations there are currents I1, I2, I3 and I4. So make a matrix accordingly. So I1, I2, I3 and I4. Okay, and it is equal to, okay, and on the right hand side there is the combination of admittances, all the admittances and voltages. Okay, voltages corresponding to the bus number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and admittances, that means both self and mutual admittances are there. Okay, so it can be written like this. Like if you see the first equation, so there is y11 into v1. Okay, y12 into v1 and y13 into v1. So if I have to write down one complete big matrix like this, I just mark here, and one matrix is for the voltages V1, V2, V3 and V4. Okay, so the first term in this matrix, and firstly one thing to note down ki this. Now this be our Y bus matrix. Okay, and this matrix is an n by n matrix. Okay, this Y bus matrix, it is a n by n matrix. Okay, like in this example, we have taken 4 buses, so it will be a 4 by 4 matrix. Okay, so 4 elements are on this side and 4 elements are on this side. There are 4 rows and 4 columns. So the first component that is related with the V1 from this equation, so it comes out to be Y11, Y11 और V1 के साथ क्या है? V1 into Y12 again positive plus Y12, then V1 into Y13 है plus Y13. Okay, so what are the admittances that are associated with V1 are Y11, Y12 plus Y13. Okay, and apart from this, with V2, that is minus Y12 into V2. Okay, here it comes with the negative sign. Here it is minus Y13 into V3. Okay, so it can be written like this. So second column mein, so it can be minus Y12, and with V3 it is minus Y13. Okay, and with V4 there is no admittance. Okay, that means the node 1 and node 4 are not connected with each other. So there is no admittance between 1 and 4. So that element in the matrix remains 0. So that's why I have not inserted any transmission line between 1 and 4, just to see or to observe the readings. When there is no connection between any two buses, so that element comes out to be 0. Okay. Now similarly write for the second row. Yes, for the second row, which admittance is associated with V1 first? Okay, admittance associated with V1 first. So this one is V2, that is minus Y12 into V1. Okay, so here comes out to be minus Y12. Okay, now the admittances that are associated with V2 are Y22, okay, V2 plus V2 into Y12 plus V2 into Y23 and plus V2 into Y24. There are 4 admittances. So it can be written like this, Y22 plus Y12 plus Y23 plus Y34, like this. Okay. So which admittance is associated with V3, that is minus Y23? Minus Y23. Okay, and then with V4 it is minus Y24. So it can be written like this. Okay. Now the next element for the third row. So similarly it can be written with V1 it is minus Y13. With V2 it is minus Y32 or 23. Okay. And with V3 there is Y33 plus Y13 plus Y23 plus Y34. Okay, 4 admittances are there. So it can be written as Y33 plus Y13 plus Y32 plus Y34, like this. Okay, and similarly with V4 it is only one, that is minus Y34. Okay, and finally the last row. So for the last row, which admittance is connected with V1? No. Okay, there is no admittance between 1 and 4. So the first element to this comes out to be 0. Okay, the first element comes out to be 0. And the next one is minus Y24. Okay, then minus Y34, then Y44 plus Y24 plus Y34. So this one is the Y bus admittance matrix. Okay, and this one complete is called as the Y bus admittance matrix. And one thing to observe here that on the diagonal elements, okay, on the diagonal elements are all the positive terms are there. Okay, like on the first Y11 component, so it is all the admittances that are connected to the node 1. Okay, so here Y22 component, that means all the admittances, sum of all the admittances that are connected to the node 2. Okay, on the Y33 element, sum of all the admittances that are connected to the node 3. Okay, and similarly for the fourth element, that is all the admittances connected to the node 4. And apart from these, all the other admittances comes out to be with the negative sign. Okay, like this Y12 element. Okay, Y12 element, it comes out with the negative sign, minus Y12, minus Y13. And if there is no connection, no admittance between any two buses, so that element is written as 0. Okay, similarly, and this one is same. The same thing. Okay, Y minus Y32 is same as minus Y23. The 2, 3 element is same as 3, 2 element. Okay, And similarly, 3, 4 element is same as 4, 3 element, like this. Okay. So this one is called as the, this complete is called as the Y bus matrix. Okay, so these are the Kirchhoff's equation which we have recently written on the board. So I1 is equals to, here it is written as Y10, or you can write it as Y11. Okay, so anyway you can write it as, and V1 minus V2 Y12, V1 minus V2 into Y13. Okay, and so on. These equations can be written. And in the matrix form, it can be written like this. It's more clear here. This side is the some one column matrix of I1, I2, I3, and I4. And on this right side, there is the Y bus matrix and one column matrix of voltages. Okay, and you just observe from this matrix that all the diagonal elements, it is simply the sum of admittances on that particular node. Okay, whereas the off diagonal elements are the negative of the admittance that is connected between any two buses. Okay, and if there is no admittance connected to any between any bus, so that element is written as 0. Okay, so this one is called as the Y bus matrix. And all these, this one Y11, Y22, Y33, Y44, Y11 is the 1 element in this Y bus matrix. Okay, 1 element of this Y bus matrix. This is Y22 element, 33 element, and 44 element. And these, this is Y11 is equals to Y10 plus Y12 plus Y13. Okay, and so on. These are, so these are called as the self admittances. Okay, this complete is called as the self admittance. And similarly, the mutual admittances, this Y12 and Y21 element, which is further equal to minus Y12. Okay. See here, this one is a Y12 element. This is Y21 element. Okay. This is Y31 element. This is Y13 element. Okay. So these are called as the mutual admittances. Okay. These are called as mutual admittances. And as there is no admittance connected between the 1 and 4, so it comes out to be 0. Okay, so this comes out to be 0. And next one. Now matrix is written in the form of self bus admittances, that is YII, and mutual bus admittances, that is YIK. Here I is one bus and K is the other bus. So it can be simply written as Y11, Y12, Y13, Y14 is there. Okay, here it is the correction. It is Y14. And similarly, here is also the correction. It is positive 543. Okay, there is no negative sign. Okay, and YII is known as the self admittance. Okay, just remind it. YII is known as self admittance, or it is also called as driving point admittance of the ith node, and is equal to the sum of the admittances connected to the ith node. And similarly, each off diagonal term, that is YIK, these one. Okay. These are known as the mutual admittances or transfer admittances. Okay, one name is mutual or other name is the transfer admittances between ith and kth node, and is equal to the negative of the sum of all the admittances connected directly between ith and kth node. So this comes out to be the negative term. Okay, so in general, this matrix formation can be written as I bus. So this one is our I bus is equal to Y bus into V bus. Okay, so in general, in the compact form, it can be written like this. Okay. And the general equation for the N bus networks, it can be written as I bus is equal to Y bus into V, where I is the N bus matrix, V is the N bus voltage matrix, and Y bus is the bus admittance matrix, and is written as I is equals to Y bus into V, where Y bus is the N by N matrix. Okay, that depends upon the number of buses. Like if in this example, we have taken the 4 buses, so it is a 4 by 4 matrix. If there are 5 buses in any system, then it comes out to be the 5 by 5 matrix. Okay, and is called the bus admittance matrix. And V and I are the n element node voltage matrix and current node matrix respectively. Okay, so this is all about the Y bus matrix. Now let's do one numerical related to this topic. So this one is the question. The parameter of a 4 bus system. Again, in this numerical, we have taken the 4 bus system. So there is a 4 bus system, and these are the parameters. So bus code, that is bus number 1, bus number 2, bus number 2, and bus number 3, bus number 2 and 4. That means the connection between bus number 1 and bus number 2, the line impedance is this. Okay, and the charging admittance is this one. Okay, between bus number 2 and bus number 3, the line impedance is this. And you have also seen in this also that there is no connection between 1 and 4. Okay, there is connection between 2 and 3, but no connection between 1 and 4 in this numerical also. So we have to find the bus admittance matrix. Okay, now let's start with this numerical portion. Okay, so for this numerical, so these are the values that are given. These are the impedance values related to the bus. Like for bus 1, 2, this one is the impedance, that is 0.2 plus j 0.8, and similarly for bus 2, 3, it is 0.3 plus j 0.9. So it is given in the question. And these are the charging admittances values. And now for the calculation part of this self admittances and mutual admittances values, we have to calculate. So for self admittances values, Y11 first, Y11, Y22, Y33, and Y44. Okay, for Y11, you have to consider all the these values, charging admittances values that are associated with bus number 1. Like for bus number 1, this value is there, J 0.02, and 13, it is J 0.01. So you have to simply sum up J 0.02 plus J 0.01, it comes out with the J 0.03. And similarly for Y22, so you have to consider all the values that are associated with the bus number 2, like this one, this, and this. Okay, Yj 0.02 plus J 0.03 plus J 0.04, and it comes out to be J 0.09. And similarly for Y33, you have to consider this one, J 0.03, J 0.02, and J 0.01. These 3 values, and it comes out with the J 0.06. And finally for Y44, so these 2 values you have to consider, like J 0.04 plus J 0.02, and it comes with the J 0.06. Okay, now as these are the impedance values that are given in the question, but we have to first convert it into the admittance values so as to write down our Y bus matrix. Okay, so this one is the 1 and 2, and this one impedance is Z1. Okay, this is Z12 is given 0.2 plus J 0.8. So you have to calculate its admittance value Y12. It comes out to be the reciprocal of the impedance value, and that is 1 upon 0.2 plus J 0.2. And for solving it, you have to just multiply in the numerator and denominator with the opposite sign. Okay, like here it is 0.2 plus J 0.8, you have to multiply 0.2 minus J 0.8, 0.2 minus J 0.8. Okay, so this one is the numerator, and in the denominator, the formula comes with the A plus B into A minus B. Okay, so here it is A square minus B square is the formula, 0.2 square minus J 0.8 square. So this is the answer, first answer for Y12, that is 0.294 minus J 1.176. And similarly, we have to calculate the other admittances. Like Y23, it is 1 upon Z23, 1 upon 0.3 plus J 0.9, it comes with the 0.33 minus J1. Okay, similarly, y24, it is 1 by z24, that is 1 upon 0.25 plus j1, this one, this value. And the answer comes with 0.235 minus j 0.94. Okay, so this is how to calculate or how to convert the impedance values into the admittance values. Okay, so this one is finally the Y bus matrix that we have written by seeing all these values. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Thank you.